Story time. Everyone on my street disappears at 2:17 a.m. I never believed in patterns. Not the creepy kind, at least. But after what's been happening on my street, I don't think it's coincidence anymore. I live on a quiet suburban street. Nothing special. Same houses, same parked cars, same people walking their dogs every evening. The kind of place where nothing ever happens. Until one night when I couldn't sleep. At exactly 2:17 a.m. I heard something outside. Not a scream. Not a crash. Just movement. I looked through my blinds and saw my neighbor across the street standing in his driveway. He was fully dressed. Shoes on, jacket zipped. Just standing there staring down the road. Not walking. Not on his phone. Just staring. I watched him for maybe 30 seconds before he suddenly turned and walked away. Straight. Down the street. Into the darkness. I went back to bed, telling myself he was just going for a late walk. The next morning, his car was still in the driveway. His door was locked, and nobody answered when I knocked. 2 days later, police came. They said he was missing. At first, I didn't connect it to what I saw. But then it happened again. Exactly 2:17 a.m. This time it was the woman 2 houses down. She stepped out of her front door in her pajamas, barefoot, like she had been pulled out of sleep. Her eyes were open but empty. She didn't look awake. She walked into the street and turned the same direction as my neighbor had, and she never came back. By the end of the week, 4 people were gone. All last seen around 2:17 a.m. The police said it was coincidence. Some people said it was drugs. Others said it was a cult. But I knew better. So I stayed awake. I set alarms, drank coffee, forced myself not to blink. At 2:16 a.m. I was sitting by my window recording on my phone. At 2:17 a.m., every porch light on my street turned on at the exact same time, and every front door opened. People stepped out, old men, kids, couples, people I'd known for years. All of them walked into the street. All of them faced the same direction, and none of them were looking at each other. They were all looking at something at the end of the road, something I couldn't see. Then slowly, they started walking. I was the only one who stayed inside. The next morning, my street was empty. No cars moved. No doors opened. No dogs barked. I was the only one left. I called the police. They came. They searched. They said I must be mistaken. They left, but I wasn't. Because that night at 2:17 a.m. my phone buzzed. It was a notification from my camera. Motion detected. Outside my house. I opened the feed, and there were people standing in my yard. Not walking, not speaking, just staring at my front door. All of them. Waiting. If you're reading this and it's close to 2:17 a.m., don't look outside. Because whatever they saw at the end of the street is coming back. And this time it knows where I live.